Yeah, D'Anthony.
We're alive or
Come
live.
on.
Live or alive.
Come on, brother.
I don't think that's it's not really up to us to say.
I think it is.
No.
I think it is. I know I'm alive today.
You don't know that. You know that by your definition of being alive, you're alive, but that may be meaningless.
No, it's not, Dan. I'm actually celebrating today. It's Christmas Eve. We're doing a live show on YouTube. As always, Drinkin Bros Sports Companion Show. I'm going to pop a little bit of the Luke Belair. Boom. Popping some Luke Belair.
Yeah, during the holidays, try and make sure you don't put your eye out there, guys.
Man, I get a little hot today. You know why I'm popping that, by the way?
No, I don't.
You're part of a momentous occasion today, and you don't even know it.
Oh, boy.
You really are.
Super excited about that.
Should be. Today is my 1,000th episode of podcasting. Between this and Ross Patterson Revolution, Drinkin Bros and Ross Patterson Revolution, this is 1,000 episodes for me.
Nice.
Can't believe it. It's a lot of fucking time to talk.
Yeah, it is. A lot
people.
of. I mean, you'd mostly just listen to the sound of your own voice. So it's
it's the best. It's the best sound in the world, isn't it, brother? Come on. It's like fucking hearing Santa's sleigh on the roof of your house. Ross's voice is a close second, isn't it?
No.
Nah, it sure is.
If Santa was fucking around on top of my house, I'll shoot the guy.
Well, let's be honest. I feel like I'm better than Santa now for the listeners.
Better at what? Exactly.
I'm actually like winning everyone money. I have been on fucking fire, dude. I mean, absolute, pure, unadulterated fire. I keep getting messages from people like, hey man, I was able to buy extra gifts or rent and all that other shit. Please do not bet your rent or anything else on these games. I also don't know if I can continue this streak because it's probably the best of my life. I only lost one game yesterday. One fucking game.
Who was it? You didn't get a picture in the fucking...
No, I didn't. You know why? It was the Seattle Seahawks. Oof. That was the one I was least worried about. They were playing Arizona.
Yeah.
Who got blanked by the Rams. The Arizonas look real shitty. It looked like they were in the Chase Young sweepstakes, and then they decided to win for some reason. I don't understand, but I do understand that Seattle is very, very shitty.
Yeah, they're the worst. I mean,
the fucking worst.
Against the spread, it's like, what did you say the other day? They're fucking 6.5 is their average. Well, actually, it's probably less than that now because they lost.
They're 500 on the year, and it spreads, and they've won all of their games by an average margin of victory of 5.6 points.
Well, it's got to be less now, right? Because they just lost the game.
I don't know what this team is doing.
Or is that only in their wins?
It's strange, man. Seattle fans, look, they're passionate. I'll give them that. And that stadium's loud as fuck. But they're fucking delusional. Absolutely. There was a guy today who I got into with on the Drinkin Bros Sports page on Facebook. It's private. If you're not a member, subscribe right now. It's funny. We get to talk a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, fuck Russell Wilson. Fuck the Seahawks. They can't cover. They can't do anything. Look, I get these gay-ass pictures of Russell Westbrook sent to me. By the way, I'm not making a homophobic remark. That's just what the people are calling them. I don't know why he does this shit. I don't believe in this team. I never have. And I take heat for it all year. And I'm like, look at their average margin of victory. It is goddamn horrific. There's games where it's like Russell Wilson is throwing to people that are behind the actual receiver that he's supposed to throw to. There was early chatter at the beginning of the season. MVP for Wilson.
But every now and again, he drops a fucking dime in the fucking basket in the back corner of the end zone.
I guess.
And it's like, wow, that was pretty good.
Fuck him. Fuck that whole team. It's a first-round exit. They lost not one, not two, but 3 running backs to season-ending injuries.
I'll take that bet. I think they win a playoff game.
That's what I'm saying. But I think they're a second round. They get out of there in the second round.
Maybe, yeah. It depends on who they play. Like the Vikings are the same team as the Seahawks, by the way.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Like I've been saying this for 2 years now.
100%.
Every time there's a big game, they fucking and then shit themselves. Every single goddamn time. Every time they were minus 6.5 against the Packers, and they get the shit kicked out of them at home.
This is a full disclosure, drunken Ross moment. I had $800 on the Packers last night. And you might be saying, why that number, Ross? That's super fucked up. I had bet them early on in the week, and I posted on Drinkin Bros Sports, usually early Sunday morning, all of my bets, like the actual bets, right?
Yeah.
And I put 300 on the Packers. Last night, I got rocked with my wife, and there was some Christmas party in the neighborhood. I got rocked with my wife, and I put 500 on the Packers, forgetting that I had already put 300 on them the day before.
You know who else apparently got rocked with their wife? I think pre-gaming before was Rich Hill.
Oh, boy.
Former pitcher. Didn't he? He played for the Giants, right? Wasn't he a pitcher for the Giants,
He
Rich Hill?
tried to stop his wife from getting arrested at the stadium. God.
Oh, no, the Dodgers.
The Dodgers, yeah.
Yeah, so his wife is trying to get into Gillette, into the Patriots game with an oversized bag. And I don't know if he's, like, where's he from? Is he from the Boston area? Yeah, he's from Boston, so it probably means he married some fucking townie. Some Patriots fan.
Sucks.
Yeah. So she tries to get into the game, and then she just starts like going off on all the security people.
Yeah.
So she got arrested. I don't know.
Typical Karen. I will say this, Karen.
Oh, they both got arrested.
And they both got arrested because he tried to talk to the cops. He got a little mouthy, whatever. I will say this, Karen. I'm with you on the bullshit things that you can now take into a stadium. We ran into this because we go to stadiums every fucking 2 weeks. We run into this all the time, but each stadium's got their own definition now of what they can bring in. A lot of them are only allowing these clear backpacks.
Yeah.
And you have to buy it, and then you can, we can see everything in your freaking bag.
Yeah. And then some person that's making minimum wage takes the bag in their hand like a cat playing with a cat toy.
Exactly.
And then it's like, oh, yeah, I feel real safe now. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking idiots.
And I feel bad because, like, I've been in a lot of games with my wife and my kids, and it's like, dude, as men, we don't wear Merces. We don't wear fanny packs. We depend on our wives to carry the shit for not only us, but our children and everything else trying to get into a game.
Yeah.
To put it in a Hello Kitty clear backpack from Asia now
it's
is
weird.
Bullshit.
It's weird. I don't get it. I mean, and the funny thing is, I sneak in with a weed pen to every
game.
Probably 30 professional sports
every game we've ever been to.
Like basketball, football, baseball, hockey.
Yep.
I've been to all of them. Actually, it's got to be more than 30. It's got to be like 50 or 60 at this point if you include all the sports.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, man.
Never been stopped.
No.
But I mean, it's not a gun. It's not like I'm.
No,
like,
it's fucking weed.
I'm not going to bring a gun in. Look, if you can't, if somebody can get something through that the metal detector doesn't pick up, is it really that dangerous? Like,
no.
what is it that you're looking for exactly?
Not only that, would you rather fans be rocked off of alcohol or weed? Like, dude, weed, you're not going to jump the gate and try to hop onto the field.
That's
you know
true, but also you may fall asleep during the game.
I guess.
I mean, I feel like you buy more concessions if you're high than if you're drunk, for sure.
Fuck yeah, you do. Fuck yeah, you do. I want to get into the fantasy football season coming to an end. A lot of people's championships were last weekend. On ESPN, they're 2-week championships apiece. 2 weeks for the playoffs and then 2 weeks for the championship. Best combined score wins. I'm not that big of a fan of that because you have to play in fucking week 17, so we're going to work on something else for that next year. Or trying to change it up. But, man, I'm going to be realsies with you. I know you went through the same issue this year. This is the first year that I'm in a championship right now. Usually I'm in fucking 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 6 or whatever it is, right? I cannot wait for this fantasy football season to end. Yeah. I've never said that in 20 years of playing fantasy football.
No, the first 6 weeks for me were brutal.
I've never
Actually,
seen
7.
the amount of injuries.
Yeah.
I can't put a full team on the field in any one of these games. You take the championship I'm in, which I should have cakewalked with the title in the Rudy League, right?
Yeah.
For the Rudy helmet. Both of my starting running backs, Derrick Henry, who's had a monster year, decides, I'm not going to play.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit this one out. I'm not even going to bother to suit up. And I was like, what? You're motherfucker, the playoffs are on the line. You're going to skip it? Yeah, maybe I'll play next week, he said. I was like, huh? That's the same thing Tennessee went through last year. Remember Mariota sat out too? And it was just like, hey, man, you guys are playing to get into the playoffs. I don't understand it. So that fucked me. And then Ingram for Baltimore. Both my starting running backs. Ingram got hurt, and now he's not playing the last week of the season. So I'm gonna lose. I'm gonna lose this championship.
I definitely had some injuries. Tyreek Hill was a big one.
Yep.
Henry dicking around throughout the year was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe even more than that, it was Aaron Rodgers has fucked me all year.
Oof.
So he's got, hold on, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games this year under 20 points for
Yikes.
one of the best quarterbacks in the league, supposedly, but not so much anymore.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Look, the Packers won again last night. They're 12-3?
Yeah.
I think 12-3 now. It's amazing.
So. He's got 3 games under 10 points.
That was one of the sloppiest games I've ever seen last night. It was 900 turnovers. Kirk Cousins had 29 yards passing at half. It was brutal to watch. I won $800 off of it. And by the way, the Packers were getting 5 points last night.
It started out at 6.5.
Wait, in what world?
I have no fucking idea.
I mean, I put the house on it.
I
don't understand it.
I bet it at. I'm sorry, it started out at 6. I bet it at 5.
I got in at 5, and then right before game time, like I said, I got a little tipsy. It was 4.5 right before kickoff when I threw that extra $500 on there, and it was just like, all right, man, what the fuck? They're going into the playoffs. I don't know what you can expect out of that team, but their defense is certainly become very, very fucking good this year, and I think that is the only thing that is saving Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Jones too.
Well, yeah, but that's the other thing is the first half they don't use Aaron Jones at all.
No.
Second half they do, and they win the game. Every time they use Aaron Jones as their workhorse, they fucking win. I don't know what has to happen for Aaron Rodgers to hand off the fucking ball and win a championship. But his ego is going to get in the way of this team winning a championship. But yeah, that cost a lot of people in fantasy this year. My biggest disappointment was actually for the Vikings on my own. I'm a big Adam Thielen fan. The guy catches everything and everything. Not only did he not play since week 6, then he comes back, puts up like 24 yards. He might have been invisible last night or just dipped in bleach. I did not see him whatsoever. He fucked over my fantasy year, and then the injuries obviously were plentiful across the board. In our favorite league, we're about to call this guy right now. His name is Josh McClurg. My favorite league, which is the most ruthless league to play in because you had to have won 2 championships. Every year, this is the hardest league you could play in. It's called the Cutthroat Killers League. You had to win 2 titles, and you get a signed O.J. Simpson college jersey as your prize winner. This year, it's going to be Josh McClurg. He's so far ahead. He scored 170 this week. He's 70 points ahead of the other guy. The guy can't catch up. Last year, he beat me in the championship, and I said it was a fluke. And I was like, hey man, I lost Todd Gurley in my championship. I get fucked. I only lost by 10. Obviously, I would have housed him. I told him this year, if you win, I will call you live on air and congratulate you like the champion you are. He won again this year, and he's going to get another fucking jersey. Jamie, get him on the horn if we can here. We'll pop him in. Ooh, yeah.
Good morning, Rostradamus.
Oh, you fucker. Josh McClurg, 2-time champion now, back to back. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Man, I'm not doing so well, Josh. I'm in a couple other championships, and I keep getting injured. It's what happened in our league, brother.
It's been a crazy year in fantasy. I mean, just no steady production from wide receivers. It's just been a weird season, in my opinion.
It's been awful, man. I don't enjoy where you can't draft. And look, usually it's 1 or 2 quarterbacks go down a year, and I understand that. This year, 17 have gone down. There's a bunch of strangers playing in this last week of the season, and there's been a lot of injuries at running back, wide receiver, all that shit. You were able to come out of it with a fucking another trophy, and I said that I would praise you live on air, and I am. Do you mind if we go through your team real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great. I'm looking at your team now. I'm assuming you took Saquon Barkley. What pick did you have in this draft?
I think I had the first overall pick. So I was the returning champion. So
That's right.
took him first
right.
overall. And I contemplated him or McCaffrey, and I probably should have went with McCaffrey, but oh well.
Yeah, McCaffrey's leading the
McCaffrey,
NFL.
Look up McCaffrey's stats on your fantasy league, any fantasy league. You'll think they're fake.
He averages 29.9 points a week.
Yeah, he averages literally 30 points a week. It's crazy. So with the Saquon Barkley thing, we did the pre pre-show before fantasy football season started, I told everyone not to take him because I figured he would get injured with that line. That's exactly what happened. But he has come back with a vengeance and truthfully is winning people a lot of championships.
Yeah, I think that and he started the year off. I think the first 3 or 4 weeks he was solid. Like a good solid 20 points. And then the injury, that was a little shaky ground for me. That's when I got 3 of my 3 losses when he was injured.
Yeah, man, it was a rough start, and it was exactly what I thought. And then he came back from injury, and he had like 50 yards a game, 30 yards a game. And people were saying, hey, man, should you bench him and just sit him out for the rest of the year because the Giants were so bad? This guy's got a heart of a lion and said, no, man, I'm a football player. I play football. I want to play. And he's come back, and he has won a lot of championships.
You know who else has won a lot of championships is the Patriots defense.
Yeah.
The Patriots defense has put up 224 points this year.
Oh, boy.
It's ridiculous. It's almost like they're a running back, too.
It is.
No, well, Saquon Barkley's put up 223.4, so they beat him by a point.
Yeah.
They've also beat Jared Goff, Jarvis Landry, Phillip Rivers, a lot of dudes.
Yeah,
Jared Goff is garbage.
Yeah, he's a turd.
I mean, I was not expecting Jared Goff to be this bad. I thought that kid was on the upswing to be the next superstar quarterback in our league after last year, and he regressed, which is surprising with how explosive that offense is.
Yeah, it's a funny story because I'm a high school coach. I talked to the Washington State recruiter. This is right before Jared Goff got drafted, and he said he would never take Goff in the first round because the kid doesn't love football. He loves being a quarterback.
Look at that. That's some insider info. That's great to know because there's a lot of football players that are like that. We've had a lot of guys on this show. When we talk to them off air and we party with them, have drinks with them or whatever, I asked them why they play, and they were like, man, you're hoping for that one big contract because there's a great possibility that you can get injured. He's like, after that, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I would say that is 8 out of 10. That you have the other 20% who are just like, man, I play because I want to win championships. I want to be the best of all time. But it is extremely rare that you get a guy like that. But that's interesting on Jared Goff.
Yep. Well, and I think Lamar Jackson loves to play football, and that's the reason why I drafted him.
Yeah, let's get into Lamar next. He's your quarterback. So I'm looking at your backup quarterback. It's Drew Brees. Be honest. Did you draft Lamar Jackson because of how great you thought he was going to be, or did you take Drew Brees first?
I took Drew Brees first, but I tried to draft Lamar Jackson in every league I was in because I just thought I wasn't going to make him my QB1 right away because we didn't know how great he was going to pass this year. Sure. But I thought there was such a big upside, and I thought there's certain people would sleep on him in a lot of leagues. I didn't think I was going to be able to get him in our league, the Drinkin Bros one, because I figured you would get him after you'd pick Mahomes because I knew you love Mahomes. Yeah, but I was one of those people, and I've said this all year, I did not believe in Lamar Jackson simply because I think, look, my favorite quarterback obviously was Michael Vick from the Falcons. He is the exact same style, and he's one hit away from it all ending. And last week, he took a hit. He took a shot that was awful, and I was like, oh, there goes the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, and the great thing is they have RG3 as a backup who's about as tough as a toothpick. Yeah, if Lamar Jackson looks in the mirror, that's the 10-year challenge that everybody's posting on Instagram. That's going to be him in 10 years if he keeps running like that. I can promise you. But he's had the greatest season this year. He is the MVP runaway. And then, I've got obviously the receiver out of the Saints at number 2 this year. Michael Thomas. Yeah. Michael Thomas, yeah. He's had a phenomenal year. He's like that shows you how good McCaffrey is because McCaffrey averages 29.9 points a game, and Michael Thomas is third at 24.2. Yeah, that's how far ahead McCaffrey is. Do you think if the Panthers had a winning season, McCaffrey gets the MVP? Yes, he would be very, very close. Because God, I don't know. When's the last time a non-quarterback won MVP? True. Man, I remember LaDainian Tomlinson and Marshall Faulk and those guys. There's been some special players, Adrian Peterson. But yes, look, if McCaffrey's on a great team, and they just got Mike McCarthy as their coach last night, I think that will help them a lot. The last one was Adrian Peterson. Yep.
That was 2012, and the last one before that was LT in 2006.
Man,
so it's usually quarterback.
Look at fucking Mr. Big Dick calling those.
Well, D'Anthony, the stat man. He uses the computer better than Jables, obviously.
Oh God, my wife's terrible at it. She's fucking terrible at it.
Oh boy.
I want to commend you on this. Lamar Jackson is your backup quarterback pick. So before the season started, when we kind of gave a draft preview, this is what I do in every single league. Exactly what you do. I always take a running quarterback with my a backup. A lot of people don't choose backup quarterbacks. I think that's dumb.
Yep.
Because you're going to run into this next week with Lamar Jackson's going to be out because of his greatness, not because he's hurt. Now you have Drew Brees to slot in there. You're going to be the runaway champion of this league. So in every league, I've taken Lamar Jackson as a backup or Josh Allen as a backup or Kyler Murray. Just because, hey, man, with the yards on the ground as a great fill-in, or if somebody gets injured, you've always got a shot versus, a Daniel Jones or one of these fucking other turds who's a backup where you're like, man, it's hit or miss. At least Josh Allen's going to run the ball every game. I mean, look, Josh Allen's been putting up 20 points a game, and he doesn't have any wide receivers. He's just running for his goddamn life.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. Let's go through the rest of your lineup here real quick. Did you take George Kittle in the third round by any chance?
Yes, I did, because I think I took Evans in the second round.
Yeah. So this was the great debate this year before the season started. Hey, there's only 3 great tight ends this year: Travis Kelce, George Kittle, and
Zach Ertz.
Right?
He underperformed this year.
Well, he keeps getting hurt. You got a broken rib last night, or the night before. I think this was a really, really smart move, man, because after that, the tight ends across the board have been shitty. I got lucky. My sleeper of the year, who I called preseason, was Darren Waller. Darren Waller's been lights out, and I took him in like the second to the last round and boned everybody because nobody knew about him. But George Kittle has been a fucking beast, man, and that's a big pickup. That was a great draft choice for you.
Yeah, in another league, I drafted Waller. I had Kittle, and I drafted Waller in the late rounds as well, and then ended up trading him. I don't remember who I traded for before running back one, so it was huge for me. Got me in the Super Bowl in that league.
Yeah. I'm looking at the rest of your team. You got boned on Mike Evans. Mike Evans got hurt right before the championship. I thought you were done with that one. And then T.Y. Hilton, man, got hurt as well.
Yeah, like I said, the receivers this year, besides Thomas from the Saints, it just felt like nobody was super consistent from the receiver 1 spot. Seemed like the receiver 2 spot, like Godwin from Tampa Bay, and all these dudes were putting up bigger numbers consistently, or their average was better. Because look at DeAndre Hopkins; he was up and down all year. Evans up and down all year. So it was a tough year for the receiver spot.
Yeah, it really was. And I'll suck your dick on this pickup of Brashad Perryman. For Tampa. That was a big pickup going into championship week. You needed a fill-in receiver, and look, if that goes south, it's tough sledding because you had DK Metcalf starting as well. Who, look, man, Seattle is so hit and miss. We just talked about them before we called you on air. I think that guy can be a great receiver. He needs somebody other than Russell Wilson at quarterback, I think.
Yeah, DK Metcalf had been pretty consistent, putting up like 12 or 13 points, and then just. Yeah, last week shits the bed. And by the way, I did the same parlay that you guys put up on Drinkin Bros, and fucking Seahawks just screwed me.
Crazy, right?
That's the only fucking team that doesn't cover. And I went back and forth of making it a 5-team parlay. I was so pissed. Bunch of shit.
That's funny, man. A bunch of Drinkin Bros. It was split 50-50. Everybody was like, hey, man, I took your picks. I lost in Seattle. Or the other 50% was like, hey, man, I took all your picks. But I just left out Seattle. I didn't think playing Arizona at home, especially what was on the line, because they're still in line for home field advantage. I was like, man, how do you not show up and play Arizona? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
it's the curse of Sierra. Yeah. He's married to Sierra.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they're super into Jesus.
Are they?
Yeah.
The
whole time they were doing their courting process, it was like, oh, we're saving ourselves from marriage. Like, well, first of all, you've got a kid.
Yeah, she's got a kid, yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you, dude, come on, man. You played at NC State and then Wisconsin, and now you're a professional quarterback. You're trying to tell me that you've just been fucking just hanging out? Just hanging out waiting? Get fucked, guy.
Not only that, the fucking kid she has it with is Future. I love Future. He's super talented. He has 9 kids. She's what I've heard behind the scenes, she's fucked every rapper there is. So I think she was smart and said, all right, who's got the biggest contract in the NFL? And let's go ahead and settle down there with somebody who's not going to cheat on me. I don't have to deal with any of the syrup and baby mama drama and all that other shit. Let's go after Russell Wilson. That's the safest, whitest black guy in America. Let's just settle down.
It was
with
either
him
or Steph Curry, and he's already married. So
yeah, I mean, what is he? The only black guy who's ever played quarterback for Wisconsin too? Like, come on, man.
Right.
It's the whitest team in the whitest state of all time. Josh McClurg. Look, I want to commend you for being the Cutthroat champion this year. The Cutthroat Killers champion.
I mean, it's not over yet.
No, it is. He's up by 70. You can't.
You were up by how much on Kurt?
I was up by no. Kurt was up by 40, and still that was a mountain over climb, and Emily won by 3. 70 is too much.
Going to be tough.
It's too much. You got Drew, like I'm looking at your lineup. You got Drew Brees to fill in for Lamar Jackson. Even if these guys put up fucking 60 points, you're fine because that means Homeboy's got to score 140. I think you're good. We had a side bet between you and I.
Yes, we did.
I'll go ahead and tell the audience about that now. Not only are you a fucking great dude in real life and a high school football coach, tell the people what high school you coach.
Santa Ynez High School. We're about 30 miles north of Santa Barbara, the beautiful Santa Ynez Valley.
How many games you guys win this year? What was your record?
We had an off year. We were 4-6 this year. First time we hadn't had a winning season in 5 years.
Dang. Are you the head coach?
Yeah.
Man, let me ask you: Is it work like the NFL or college? Like, does somebody come in and talk to you and say, "Hey, man, you got to start winning games"?
Not necessarily in a public school. Like if you're a private school, yeah. I mean, it's because you get paid big bucks at a private school, so it's
gotcha.
Like win or lose. Basically, as long as you don't punch a kid or pull a Bobby Knight and choke somebody, you'll be decently keep your job.
You know, it's funny. I always wonder how that works. I played for a public school, and my coach got picked off for like $100,000 to go to another school, but he was the son of a Michigan State coach, a famous Michigan State coach.
I wonder if you can get, like, at the beginning of the season, get a punch card.
Yeah.
And every time you assault one of the kids, they just punch it out. And then as long as you've got one left at the end of the year, you're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good. So our side bet was this. You're a big fan of At Night She Cries While He Rides His Steed, and When Darkness Falls, He Doesn't Catch It, the Street James series. And you said, look, if I finish better than you this year, which, look, I lost 6 starters in our league in the first 4 weeks. I was fucked. I still only missed the playoffs by 1 game because I drafted deep, but I knew I wasn't going to win. You asked to be a character name in the next book, which you will be. However, Josh, that could be one of the worst decisions you've ever made. I was telling D'Anthony on the plane back, we're not going to spoil it for anyone, and we hope this is going to be like a Sixth Sense thing for the book. There was a character that didn't have a name because I didn't know what to name him yet. You will be in the book, Josh, but I don't think you're going to be too happy about it.
Well, and I was talking with my buddies about this, who they're big fans of the book too. I told them, the bet, and they're like, you might get fucked in this, and you might something bad might be happening to your name in that book. I can just deny everything of not knowing anything about it. It's still going to go down. I'm going to be in paper in a St. James Street James book.
You will. I'm about 45% through it now. That'll be out next year.
It's look, man.
The other beauty.
I'm not going to spoil it, but
it's the greatest thing of all time.
It's rough.
But it's the greatest thing of all time.
It's pretty rough.
And I will say this too, since we're live on air and we're live on YouTube and all that other stuff right now. I know everybody's a huge fan of these. The audiobooks crush and all the books crush. We're looking at. We just signed a deal to have a huge media company. So we're parceling out other shows. We might cut these up as a romance novel for dudes podcast, since I bought back the rights from Simon & Schuster for the first one. And then, look, the third one could be out to the entire world real quick, Josh. So
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So we're working on that for 2020, and that could be a big deal on the table. Either way, man, we love that you play in the league. You will obviously be back next year. You will also have the first draft pick next year. And if you win 3 in a row, I will declare you the greatest of all time. Because we're in a really tough league.
We are. It was a fun season this year.
Yes. Congratulations, Josh, and good luck to your high school football team next year. DM me your address, and I will mail you that O.J. Simpson jersey after the holidays. Congratulations, my man.
All right, thanks, guys. Have a good Christmas.
See you, man.
All right, bye, buddy.
All right, bye.
Great dude. Love Josh McClurg, man.
He is.
He's been on, I think, a couple times before. Extremely knowledgeable. Obviously, he's a high school football coach, and that helps. But it's interesting to get insight like that on a Jared Goff, man. There's so many of those fucking people. They would rather just look cool, kind of, where it's just like, I'm the quarterback of this.
Yeah.
And then after you retire, you can sit on your $100 million and really not do anything. What was his contract? 130? He got a big one, Jared Goff. He had a real big contract last year.
I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, it's 110.
Oof.
No, it's 134 total.
Yeah, what else? Yeah, look at that.
110 guaranteed, though.
I was correct. The Seattle Seahawks, by the way. Beast mode is back. Did we talk about that?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I mean, look, it
would have been great if it was 2015. But.
Yeah, he's 33 now. I mean, I think he can put up the same kind of production Adrian Peterson's been putting up over the last 2 or 3 years, probably. I mean, he played last year and rushed for 400 yards in very limited time, and 900 the year before that in very limited time as well. So it's not like he's forgotten how to run the ball.
No. The interesting thing is they signed Durbin as their backup.
Yeah.
Who was the backup of Marshawn Lynch fucking 5 years ago as well.
It's weird.
So Seahawks fans, I will say this. I've shit on your team, and I will continue to do so, obviously. This one fucking dude in Drinkin Bro Sports keeps reminding me, is like, we won one and the Falcons haven't. And I was like, yeah, well, everybody wins. Anyone can win the fucking lottery once. Mm. And even us and the Browns are only one Super Bowl away from tying you. So you get the fuck off that horse.
Yeah.
You didn't run the ball the same way as we didn't run the ball, or else you would have had to. Falcons should have one as well. I think, in all sincerity, I think this Lynch pickup is great for them. They look listless against Arizona last week.
Man, that was rough. I mean, it's
just having him back in the locker room, regardless of what he does, and I think that carries them through the first round. I think this pickup of Lynch carries them through the first round, and I'll be really interested to see what happens against the 49ers next week if he suits up.
I'm curious.
Is it too early? Is it too early to suit up for next week?
To suit up? What do you mean? Oh, you mean
they got to play the 49ers, man. They can still win the division next week.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. That is a good question. I don't know. I mean, the article says he's eligible for 17 and then the playoffs.
Yeah.
Whether he's actually going to play or not is another story. I don't know.
It's for home field, though. I would imagine he wants to play. They want to play. We'll get into the spreads here in a second. Let's get to the sponsors, shall we? First off, talking about mybookie.com/Drinkin Bros. Man, we have bet so many times with them this year. Mm-hmm. I feel on my phone at the end of the year, it tells you what app you've pressed the most or what website you've gone to.
Yeah.
Forgive me, not app, website. It has been MyBookie or it has been fucking ESPN to me. That's my onesie-twosie for all of this year.
Yeah.
We bet on every game.
Yeah, pretty much every game. Well,
I bet on every bowl game, everything. Yeah. You know me. I've been a junkie about it. Go to mybookie.com/Drinkin Bros today. Double your deposits all the way to $1,000. Also, real talk here. I post all of my bets, the actual slips themselves, so you can see them the morning before any college game, any NFL game. That way, look, if I lose with you. If you beat me, you get to talk shit against me. That is all in Drinkin Bros Sports Facebook, so sign up. And you can literally see all these. I would be hard-pressed to bet against me these days, man. I've been really, really unconscious, on fire, including these fucking bowl games, man. I'm going to open up with this because we do this show every year. It's one of our favorites. We get super drunk, and it's really, really fucking hilarious. But we do pick every single bowl game. First off, I picked Buffalo. Buffalo covered. That was night one. The capper of that was Kent State against Utah State. Kent State in that one. I won. I won a bunch of accidental money on a Friday night.
It happens. Yeah.
It happens. I rolled that over into Saturday, crushed. Rolled it over into Sunday, crushed. Doing really, really great this year. I'm going to try to talk to my bookie about trying to, if Ohio State makes the national championship, I'm going to try to bet all of my winnings, everything for the year on Ohio State, just so that everyone who's watching this game is like, oh, fuck. That's how much money's on the line? Jesus Christ. Next up, This was my biggest call of the bowl season, and this was a genuine one. And I told everyone, you know my rules. Always bet on Boise. Always bet on Boise. This one I said, this is the only time I will tell you this of the year. I will always be honest with you. Please do not bet on Boise. It is Chris Peterson's last game. He coached Boise. He's playing them. He's leaving on a high note at Washington. They fucking curb stomped Boise State 38-7. And that was a big win for him. I put $500 in that game. I was positive about that. I was positive about that. App State versus UAB. I don't remember what the spread was on this one. But it was 31-17. Appy State came through, finished the season 13-1. It's a big, big win for them. I know the spread was high enough. I didn't know if they were going to cover, and I think I had UAB in this one. I believe I lost. So we'll double check it. But I think I lost in this one because I think the spread was like 15. Well, actually, I might have won by a point. Double check, see what that spread was on Appalachian State.
16.5 is what I had.
Yes, so I did win that game. I only put 100 on these, so it doesn't really make a dent in the account over at mybookie.com/Drinkin Bros. San Diego State's picked them over Central Michigan. We won that one. Liberty versus Georgia Southern. I lost this one. I took Georgia Southern in this one, and I lost that one. SMU I lost as well. SMU got just trounced. Trounced by Florida Atlantic. I was actually really surprised by that. Arkansas State beat Florida International. We won that game. UCF against Marshall. This was the one where I said, look, Matthew McConaughey is going to have to come back and coach the fucking team himself for Marshall to win. We won this one as well. So, look, we're...
Yeah, that was 16.5, too.
Yeah, it was a lot of points. And everybody was like, Jesus Christ. So we're 5-2 so far in bowl games. It's been really, really great. Tonight is...
It's at 2.5 now. We got it at 2.
We got it at 2 a long time ago, so we bet this at the top. This is -2 for BYU. This is UAE playing at Aloha Stadium. It's a home game for UAE. It's also an 8 o'clock game. This is right around the time where you start to get sick of your family on Christmas Eve. You're going to want to throw a little money on this just so you can take your mind off of shit. Last-minute Christmas wrapping for the kiddos, all that stuff. UAE. I like the over in this as well, 64.5. You know I'm taking UAE tonight. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, we've already got it at +2. I've already.
But I couldn't remember. Yeah, I couldn't remember what you picked. Did you go with UAE?
Yeah, I went with Hawaii +2. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know why they think BYU is going to win this game.
BYU's got a decent team.
But they're not going to win in Hawaii.
That's what I think.
Goddamn way.
That's what I think.
The only thing they have going for them is that all the fucking nerds at BYU are probably not going to get the Hawaii flu, like the Vegas flu or whatever the fuck.
Because they're all Mormon.
Yeah, they're not going to go out partying or whatever.
And they're not going to see the sun because they'll all get burned.
Yeah, they're all. Well, there's actually a lot of it's interesting you say that. There are a ton of Samoan people on BYU's football team.
Really?
Yeah, there's a ton of Samoan people in Salt Lake City for some reason. I don't know why.
Weird.
Like Pacific Islanders in general, there's a ton that have converted to more, and a lot of Colombians as well that have converted to Mormonism. I guess this is where they've done their more successful mission trips. At any rate, some of them might feel like it's a home game. I don't know. But I feel like something like that kind of creates division in the locker room. Like, what does some fucking white dork from Salt Lake City know about Pacific Islanders?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Can you? How much do I have to pay you to say it?
Say what?
UAE.
Oh, I'll never do that. There's no amount of money on earth that's going to make me do that.
UAE. Looking forward to it tonight. That is the 8 o'clock game tonight. Is the only game tonight. Looking forward to that. Let's get to the sponsors before we get into our NFL picks. We're here for you. Even on Christmas Eve. Even on Christmas. I almost said almost Christmas Abbott.
Christmas
Abbott.
Christmas is how I like to say
Christmas. First up, we got ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Listen up, kids. This is a red alert. Red alert. 25% off everything in the store. There is no other fucking deals you need other than that at ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. That is 25% off adjustable bases, mattresses, every one of them, pillows, sheets, covers, everything, you name it. This is a flash sale that is going on. Go there ASAP and get this. The reason why this is a big deal, I know I always talk about their 36-month pay-as-you-go program. which nobody offers on the interwebs. Look, it still applies. 36-month, no interest, and you get the 25% off. That's fucking crazy, man. It averages out to like $20 for a mattress. Red alerts. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. It ends January 6th. 6th is the night that ends. It is going on all through the holidays. I don't know how they're making any money at all off of this, but congratulations, and it is the greatest deal on the planet. I've used my own promo code. I've used Drinkin Bros, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros for everything. Gifts for the family, 25% off the entire store. You don't have to be military. You don't have to be a human. You could be a fucking illegal alien, still get this deal.
Really?
Yeah. As long as you get a fucking shipping address, Holmes, you're good to go.
Well,
next up, we got KillcliffCBD.com. Look at these guys. Look at this.
They've got all kinds of stuff now.
Ooh, they got the new flavors out, dude.
It's getting wild.
The grapest of all time. The grape is the fucking best. That was the greatest thing they've ever done. I love the orange kush as well.
I like the mango.
Mango's dope, dude.
Out of the two new ones, mango. I like mango better than grape. I like the grape too.
I go grape.
Yeah.
I go grape. Either way, you can't go wrong.
No, they're all good.
It's got 25 milligrams of CBD in it. No THC. You will not fail a piss test, any of that shit. Go to killcliffcbd.com. Type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. You get 20% off a case of this shit. Knocks it down to like $3.90 a can. The case is the best. No lie. I think it's $50. $50 for a case and free shipping. I mean, come on, dude. I know it says limited edition. I don't know how long they're going to run these because I feel like they sell out all the time every time we do this. Go there now. Go to killcliffcbd.com and type in the promo code Drinkin Bros. That will get you 20% off. If you're an athlete, if you've been fucking to war, hurt, keyboard warrior who's hurt, man.
Yeah, you got carpal tunnel from talking shit on the internet.
Exactly.
Either way.
Troll, professional troll, whatever you are. Take a fucking 25 milligrams of CBD to the dome, dude. You'll feel great. It makes you a better person throughout the day. We drink them right before we go to bed. You and I both can't sleep well. KillcliffCBD.com, promo code Drinkin Bros, 20% off. Free motherfucking shipping as well. Next up, we've got FelixGrayGlasses.com. D'Anthony. Did everybody steal them from the set?
No, I've got some right here.
You got one left. All the girls keep taking these, too.
I know. That's why I'm
Tiffany Hart.
I'm hiding them.
Talking to you, Tiffany Hart.
Yeah, she's a thieving bastard, that one.
Yeah, talking to you, Jesse Wiseman. You whore. All you're good is good at whoring. I'm kidding. It's my wife. I can say that. But no, look, at FelixGrayGlasses.com, they've somehow managed to fucking put a blue light in the goddamn lenses it protects you from the blue light in your computer.
Without it having that stupid fucking yellowish tint to it that all of them have.
Yeah,
it's super irritating.
There's a janky ass company that tried to fucking rip them off.
Yeah.
Look, these are the highest quality you can get, and these are dope as shit. The average American spends about 11 hours in front of screens.
Yeah.
Laptops, fucking phones, iPads, you name it. This will protect yo shit.
It will, yeah.
And it's the best. Every time they're here, everybody keeps stealing them because they're super fucking nice. They're expensive looking sunglasses, and they're the best, and they last forever. Go to FelixGrayGlasses.com. Is it /Drinkin Bros?
Yeah.
It is. FelixGrayGlasses.com /Drinkin Bros. I'm going to say that one more time. FelixGrayGlasses.com /Drinkin Bros. You get free overnight shipping with these, and boom, boom. They come right to your house, and if you need a prescription, if you're blind as shit, throw an extra 20, and they'll do that for you. Whatever it is. What was the last one that was up, D'Anthony?
The last what?
Sponsor.
Oh, ExpressVPN.
ExpressVPN.com /Drinkin Bros. Protect that digital butthole, Holmes. Seamless app runs in the back of every single device you have. That's another one, man. Laptops, hard tops, soft tops. Get a little wet, get a little hot, get a little fuck on for Christmas. Nope. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. I was just waiting for the end.
Okay. Yeah.
That's my life.
It was
I'm
off the cuff.
Waiting for the end.
You should name that the title of your biography. Waiting for the end.
Yeah. Is this shit over yet?
That's the last line of your book.
Yeah.
Is this shit over yet?
And there's just a picture of me shrugging on the back.
Go to expressvpn.com/Drinkin Bros today. Seamless app runs in the background and everything. Protect your digital butthole. It saves you from hackers trying to get in your shit, passwords, emails, all that other stuff. And it also tears through the firewalls. And you can watch porn at work. Yeah. A lot of sites that you can't watch at work, you can with this. $7 a month with the URL, expressvpn.com/Drinkin Bros. You get 3 free months for free. It's great. We all use it. It's nice safety. Let's get to them NFL picks. Let's get to that fucking booger sugar, dude. These cocaine picks. We keep giving out once a week.
What's the?
I feel like that was very Theo Von of me.
Yeah, what was the cocaine part? Because I didn't get any, and I'm kind of mad.
Well, these picks, dude, that we've been doling out every week have been like coke to people because they keep winning money. They're like, man, can I just get some more picks? I need those picks, dog. The hilarious thing about this show, too, is it's gotten so big that, like, because of the picks, other people don't even know what Drinkin Bros is. It's a private group on Facebook. But they're like, I don't even know what it is. I just give me the fucking picks, dude. That's it. I'm like, all right, cool, man. First and foremost, Jets at the Bills. Yeesh. This is -1.5 for Buffalo. Is Buffalo sitting their team? I don't understand.
I don't
spread.
know. I mean, if the playoffs ended today, this is how we'll get the fuck out of here. If the playoffs ended today, the wild card round would be Buffalo at Texans, and I think they're both 10-5. I think if who are the Texans playing this week?
Texans are way down the list.
They're playing the Titans, which is a tough game.
That is a fucking brutal game.
Yeah, so, I mean...
They have to play this.
Honestly, they got to play this game because if they win, then they get home field advantage.
Why is this 1.5? By the way, the over-under is 37.
Yeah, it's rough.
Oh, my God. I'm taking the Bills then to the house. I don't understand. Did Josh Allen get hurt? Did somebody get raped? Tell me that. Do you know this? Is there a rape thing on ESPN?
I don't think so. There's no...
rape alerts? No
Amber alerts. Bills at -1.5. Yeah, I'm good with that. I don't know. They looked they kind of got exposed a little bit by the Patriots, and when I say exposed, I mean their offense just isn't good enough to win a Super Bowl.
No, and that's, by the way,
and the Patriots have the best defense in the NFL. So.
Yeah, and look, this was the game we told you to buy a half a point because we thought this was a 1-score game. It's exactly what happened. It was a half-point Holloway on this one. Patriots, it was 7, and we teased it up to 7.5 and won this game. I want to give a lot of a shout out, some fucking pride, whatever, to Josh Allen. This motherfucker doesn't have any receivers. He's got a rookie running back and then Frank Gore behind him.
Yeah,
he's running for his life every single game. It feels like he's literally put this team on his back. It's him and the defense. That is literally all Buffalo has, and they're 10-5 this year. If you're a Bills fan,
and they only lost to the Patriots and the Ravens by 7 each.
Yeah,
like they've kept it close.
That's how good their team is. Imagine if they had the talent of Cleveland. Imagine if they had OBJ and Landry and Njoku and fucking Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. This is a Super Bowl winning team, and it's sad. I told everyone 2 years ago that Josh Allen was my favorite quarterback in the draft, that he should be going number 1. Cleveland picked Baker Mayfield. How'd that work out for you? But I was wrong about Lamar Jackson thus far. But we'll see how their careers end up. The problem with it is Josh Allen has to run almost as much as Lamar Jackson does.
Yeah.
So he's at risk, same as Lamar Jackson is. But this kid's got some fucking heart and a cannon. All he needs is some fucking receivers. His top wide receiver is John Brown, who has 72 receptions. That's dog shit. That's high school numbers, dude.
Yeah.
To put it in perspective, fucking Michael Thomas has 145. He is exactly double, +1.
Well, he also set the
John
record
Brown
this year.
I know, but one guy versus this.
Yeah,
that's 2. He's playing 2 receivers, 2 of Buffalo's best receivers. All that being said, I don't know that. I think the running back for the Jets, Le'Veon Bell, is checked out for the year. I think he's done. I think the Jets are done. I think they just want to get the season over with. At 1.5, I'm taking this. I will double check this to make sure that Josh Allen's not sitting and they're putting their full starters in. But In what world did the Bills not win this game? I don't understand.
I mean, they got to push for it at least.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that.
By the way, we get, as always, we're live, and a bunch of listeners are asking about where can they get these Patterson Holloway T-shirts. Ledbyiron.com. Patterson Holloway 2020, LEDBYIRON.com. Ledbyiron.com. $19.99. That's it. All the money goes to the campaign. We're running for school board next year. These shirts are the fucking best, dude. I love Led by Iron. All their shirts are comfortable as shit, and they still have the Summer Swayze shirts there too. We try to run a good line through them. These are the most comfortable shirts you get. I love them. Tri-blend and hand-picked. Go to ledbyiron.com and pick up your Patterson Holloway 2020 T-shirts. Love those guys.
There's some really interesting bets on the impeachment on my bookie.
We're going to get to that. I bet them all last night. I bet all of them
last night. There's like 10 bets.
Yeah.
Well, not 10.
So after this sports, we're going to go through all of them. I took the time and bet every single one of them. And we'll let you read those off.
Yeah, there's 8 bets.
Yeah. I'll tell you who I took and all that shit. Next up, we got Browns against the Bengals.
Yep.
So the Bengals have already secured Joe Burrow, which, let me ask you this. Now that the season's over, you're the Bengals. They have the top pick. They're guaranteed number 1. They're playing the Browns. It doesn't matter if they beat the Browns or not. Mm-hmm. Browns are playing for pride at this point and for the coach. Spread is -3 for the Browns. Whatever. The Bengals can do whatever they want because it doesn't really matter. And it might be Andy Dalton's last game ever. Mm-hmm. He might retire after this. Do you take, if you're the Bengals, do you take Joe Burrow or do you take Chase Young there?
Chase Young.
Same.
That mistake has been made too many times.
But let me ask you this. If you're selling seats and tickets, Joe Burrow is probably the guy that gets you in the stadium, though, and gets you the season tickets.
Maybe he gets people in the seats. Maybe winning games does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if, honestly, you bring on Chase Young, I feel like you win probably 3 more games next year without changing.
But then what do you do about a quarterback? You go second round there, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who all the quarterbacks are.
Jake Fromm will be around the second round. It's not going to cost you that much money. Maybe you take a flyer on him.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I feel like at this point you can probably get Fromm in the 3rd, but somebody might take him in the 2nd. I don't know.
I go Chase Young myself. I was curious your thoughts on this. Look, it's Browns -3. I'm going to take the Browns and tease it down to 2.5. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take this down 0.5 point and take the Browns. I think 2 things here. Obviously, the coach is fighting for his life.
Yeah.
7-9 as a finishing record. I still don't think that gets the job done. And by the way, I heard that the Browns are now talking to Urban Meyer as well. He's friends with the owner.
That'd be a huge mistake for him.
He's friends with the owner. What are you going to do? They have the talent. They need a quarterback. I don't like Baker Mayfield. I never have. But I think the Browns win this game. I think Baker's fighting for his job, and I think Freddie Kitchens is fighting for his job. And I think they win this, but it could be a close one.
The Browns have the 15th pick in the draft right now.
Yeah.
Probably get a quarterback.
Oof. I don't know, man. I mean, they just paid for Mayfield for a 1. I think they give him 1 more year.
There's a principle. It's actually a book called Principles by I can't remember the guy's name. Ray something or other. He's an investment capital investment guy. And one of his principles is hire slow, fire fast, which means to take a lot of time deciding who you're going to hire. Mm-hmm. And immediately when you figure out it's not going to work, fire them right then.
Well, Freddie Kitchens is out the door.
He is, yeah, but I feel like Baker's got to go now. Like, they can't afford to waste 1 more year with this guy.
I agree.
Because if they do, they're going to lose Landry, they're going to lose OBJ, they're going to lose Chubb, they're going to lose everybody.
I watched the Browns game on Sunday. Did you see the body language on the sidelines between OBJ and Jarvis Landry against Baker Mayfield? They're like, get this fucking guy out of here. He's 5'6", can't throw worth a shit. He's done in my eyes. So, yeah, I'm with you. Draft a quarterback, but that's so much money, man. Look, the Browns are classic. It's just wasting money and just seasons. They're also the only team that will end this decade not having a winning record in the NFL, which is insane to me considering the Dolphins and the Jaguars both play in the NFL.
Yeah, well, play in the NFL, I guess.
A lot of air quotes. Taking the Browns at 2.5. Next up, we got the Packers. Fudge Packers against the Lions. This is a monster spread. 12.5 for the Packers. Oof. Look, the Packers are playing for possibly the number 1 seed, so they have to play all their starters. Number 1 seed at Lambeau Field. Man, that is big boy shit there. Big boy shit. And if they win, and let's say the Seahawks beat the 49ers, they get the 1 seed. Everything goes through Lambeau. It's going to be brutal in January. They will go all out for this game. I'm going to take this, actually.
I'm not taking the Packers at 12.5. No fucking way.
I am. I think the Lions have given up, and they want that. They want the best pick at this point. And I think it could be 3.
For the Lions?
Yeah, the 3rd pick is probably where they'll end up, 3rd or 4th.
Right now, they're in line for 6th.
Who's ahead of them?
It's Cincinnati, New York Giants, Redskins, Dolphins, Falcons, Detroit.
Yeesh. Falcons?
Then Arizona. Yeah.
Was there a trade?
Then Arizona. It might be a protected pick.
Yeah, it had to be. Because the Falcons have a better record. I think the Falcons are 6-9 or 5-9, 5-10. No, maybe 6-9. Either way, I'm going to take the Fudge Packers in this one. Just keep handing the ball to Aaron Jones. It's pretty goddamn simple, man.
Seems like it, yeah.
He's going to go over 1,000 yards. This game is at 984 right now. Aaron Rodgers, 24 touchdowns on the season. That's it.
It's not been a good year for him. I mean, he's fucked me over in fantasy pretty much all year.
Here's another interesting thing. He's stats. I'm drinking all day. That's what happens to you. 1,000th episode for me. He's 326 out of 514 this year. It's not great.
He's typically a pretty accurate passer.
He looked like shit last night too. Just give the ball to Aaron Jones. You'll be fine. I'd tell you what. Sign up for Drinkin Bro Sports on Facebook, and then I will come back to this at minus 12.5. That's a lot of points. God damn it, it's starting to set in. But I think Blau was their quarterback. And I think the rest of these guys are out. I mean,
everybody's dead.
Lions are dead. It's unfortunate, too, because they got a lot of talent on that team, actually.
Yeah.
Next up, we got the Chargers at the Chiefs. This is KC minus 9. Whew. A lot of points again. My bookie lets you do this. So I'm going to do this with this game. I'm going to take this down to 2.5 points. I'm going to get this at 6.5. I'm going to do it right when the show ends. I think they'll beat the Chargers by a touchdown. But I think it'll be a one-score game.
They're 11-4 right now.
What are they playing for?
2nd seed. If the Patriots lose and they win, if they have but they lost to the Patriots, right? So
I think the Patriots close out with Miami.
Patriots have the tiebreaker. Yeah, they're not playing for anything. They may be playing to hold off the Bills or Texans from the 4th and 5th seeds.
That's right. You're right. And the Texans beat them. So, yeah, they got to play this game. I'll take this down to 6.5, and I'm going to take KC.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
That's what I'm going to do in this one. Bears against the Vikings. Yeesh. -1 for Minnesota. What world? What world are we living in?
I just don't bet Minnesota.
I do. I'm going hard on this fucking game, and I'm taking Minnesota. They have to win this game.
Yeah, but every time they had to win last week, and they get the fucking shit kicked out of them.
But this is the Bears. It's Trubisky.
All you've got to do is fuck with Cousins, and they'll lose.
Yeah.
And the Bears can do it. Trubisky sucks, too. But
Trubisky sucks. I'm taking the Vikings. It's going to be one of my biggest bets of the week, actually.
Over-under is 37 on this.
Look, I will say this. The Vikings have a great defense, man.
Mm-hmm. Both of these teams.
Kirk Cousins is 0-9 on Monday Night Football, so it's not on Monday.
Yeah.
They're going to win this game.
All right, fine. I'll take Vikings.
Yeah, I'm not forcing you. I'm not your fucking dad, but this is going to be one of my bigger bets of the weekend. I'm going to take Vikings in this. Kirk Cousins always shows up after a blowout. By the way, the Vikings, we did all those over-unders at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We housed most of them.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. I think we were 90%. The ones we did not get, I went in on Cleveland, man. Ugh.
What did we say? 9?
It was 9 was the over, and I didn't get it. Vikings was 9.5. I won that. It's over. Chiefs was 10.5. Won that. Won the over on that. Fuck, we've been kicking the dick out of life this year. Mm-hmm. It was a bad stretch at the beginning of the year for NFL for the first 4 weeks. After that, we've kicked in, and our numbers are absolute insanity, man.
Yeah.
I understand why the show has gotten as big as it is. I don't know who's picking them like this. Vikings, man, I'm taking this. I'm telling you. This is a good one. 1 point? Fuck you. Next up, Dolphins at the Patriots. 15.5.
I'm not going 15.5 in a Week 17 game. There's no way.
Me neither. Because look, if New England gets up by 10, what are they going to care? They're going to sit Brady. They should. Yeah. Don't do this. Fitzpatrick too, playing with nothing to lose.
Yeah.
This could be his last game ever. Why not? Chuck the ball around. Don't touch this one at home. Falcons against the Buccaneers. Ooh, Jameis Winston. I need to ask you this, Dan. I have to. I'm obligated. Is this his last game at quarterback?
No.
For a starting quarterback for Tampa Bay, he threw 6 interceptions last week.
Maybe his last one at Tampa Bay, but he'll be somewhere else.
Starting?
Maybe not next year, but sometime. Maybe not to start next year, but sometime during the year next year he'll be starting somewhere. Yeah.
I'm gonna read you his numbers here. Right now, he's at 4,908 yards passing.
Yep.
He's definitely gonna pass 5,000 yards. Yep. He has 31 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
The thing they don't show you here is interceptions. It has to be 90, right?
28.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard of a stat line that bad. Have you?
No, it's rough.
31 and 28.
It is the worst in the league.
Wow. I mean, it's almost like he's throwing with crab-leg fingers.
He's also fumbled 9 times.
Oof. Jeez.
He only lost one of them, I guess.
The spread is even in this game. Look, kids, I'm gonna tell you from personal experience, not to bet this. Last year, I had the pleasure of Killcliff has a box at Atlanta Falcons Stadium. Mm-hmm. They're the greatest people ever. They're just as great in real life. They're a veteran-owned company, just as great in real life as you hope they are. And this was the game I was at with them, was the Falcons Buccaneers. It came down to like a last-second fucking end of the game. Both of these teams were shitty last year. They're shitty this year. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, I don't know who's going to win this game. Therefore, do not put your money on this. Save it. Save it. Christmas is over at this point. I'm sure you spent a lot. Do not put it on this game and just watch it as a fan. If you want to throw something on the over, feel free, because they're going to chuck the ball around a lot. You know that. You know Winston's going to try for a contract. So if you want to put some money on it, put it on the over just for shits and gigs. This next one, monster spread. Saints at Panthers. New Orleans minus 13 points. Now, keep in mind, the Saints have to play this game because they have a shot at
but they're only going to
seed.
They're going to try to go hard in the first half and then sit people in the second. That's what you should do.
Yes. Problem is McCaffrey. McCaffrey plays no matter what. So, and here's the other problem about McCaffrey. If you're Carolina, he is the best running back in the league, right?
He's the best offensive player in the league. Period.
I'd say him or Mahomes, right?
Not this year.
Not this year. But if you had to start a team, you're probably going with Mahomes over McCaffrey. Either way, you're 5-10. You got a new coach in Mike McCarthy. Why risk one of the greatest talents in the game for what?
I don't know.
Why?
That's a good question.
Why play him in this game? Last year, by the way, they didn't play him in this game.
You go tell Christian McCaffrey he can't play.
I know. They did last year. They took his helmet off. They let him go one series in the 17th game, and they pulled in week 17, pulled his helmet off and said, "You're done. Thank you. You're the best. I'm sorry." But the Saints have to play this game, so hopefully not hopefully, but I don't want to see any injuries. I hope they go fast and furious, go hard, and then boom, that's it. But 13 points, man, that is a lot, especially like you said. If they get up in the first half, they're going to sit their starters. Look, this is a Super Bowl contending team.
It's one of those games where even if they're up by 20 at some point, there's going to be some late shitty
man.
There's no point.
Back away from this.
McCaffrey's going to finish the year with somewhere around 1,400 yards on the ground and he's already got 109 receptions for 933 yards.
Yeah. He's the best in the biz.
18 total
best
touchdowns.
Running back in the biz right now.
1 fumble, but he recovered it himself.
Fantasy Messiah. I haven't seen numbers out of one singular player like this, running back wise, since Priest Holmes. Remember Priest Holmes used to do that shit? Whew. Next up, we got the Redskins at the Cowboys. Now, the spread is -11, and here's why. Haskins hurt his ankle, so he's out. He has looked great these last 3 games. The Redskins' future could be bright if they can figure it the fuck out. That Guice kid, Juice, whatever you want to call him, at running back. When he's healthy, if he's healthy, what is he healthy? Fucking 4 games in the last 2 years?
Yeah.
He looks great. Scary Terry. Terry McLaurin. Receiver is fucking great. Haskins looked fucking great the last 3 games. The Redskins' future could be very bright.
If they lose this game, there's a good chance.
They need to lose this game that they get Chase Young.
Yeah.
So that's it. They lose this game. Haskins is playing. The Cowboys, it's a must-win.
Yep.
They still have a shot at the playoffs, however disgusting it is. And by the way, Cowboys fans, the delusion is so fucking disgusting. One of our beef fries, Xander Pappas, I'm going to give him a shout-out on this show. Hit me up before last week, and he goes, hey, man, going to the Philadelphia game. You want to go? Phil passes all that shit. Cowboys, Philadelphia, we're going to win. I said, no, I'm not going to that game. I was just in Philadelphia for Army-Navy. It was fantastic. That was an enjoyable experience. This is going to be miserable for you. Yeah. And he goes, there's no way the Cowboys lose this game. And I go, it's what every single Cowboys fan says, and then they will always let you down. They're fucking pallbearers. They're the pallbearers of the NFL. They will always let you down in the end. And the same was true last week. They got beat by a Eagles team that I don't even know 3/4 of the players. Everyone is hurt on that Eagles team.
Yeah, they look like last year's Falcons right now.
Yeah. But Carson Wentz is willing them to victory. Eagles fans, if there's a fucking doubt at Carson Wentz's greatness, he's willed your team to the playoffs this year. Maybe. We'll get to that in a second. But and he's got no one there to help him right now. They're all hurt. Give Carson Wentz a break. Full health, I'd love to see what he looks like. What his team looks like.
Yeah.
They beat the Cowboys. The Cowboys are going to win this game. Yes, probably by 11. That's a lot on the road.
I'm not betting Cowboys 11.
Me neither.
No way.
That's too many points on the road.
Well, they're at home.
Oh, I'm sorry. At home. So, look, man, if you're taking this as in a 6-point teaser, great. Get it at 5 and move on with your life. The Cowboys will win this game. Make no mistake about it. I think Colt McCoy is their fucking quarterback for the Redskins. So you're good. You're going to win this game. Whether or not you make the playoffs is another story, and we'll get to that in a second. Next up, but don't bet this game. That's too many points. Tease it down. Raiders at the Broncos. The Raiders still have a shot for the playoffs somehow at 7-8. How is that possible?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I mean,
it's Denver -3.5. Denver 6-9. What do you think happens with this? They've looked good since Drew Lock is there. Cortland Sutton's had a good year. He's over 1,000 yards.
I don't know. I mean, if I'm the Raiders, I don't care about winning this game because right now they're in line for like a 15-16 draft pick, and if they lose this game, they're in line for a lottery pick, like 10-13, somewhere in there.
You know, how do you tell a team though who's been playing all year, hey, don't play for the playoffs? I think they do, and I think they try to win. It's going to be a close game. I would actually lean towards the Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders on this one.
Yeah, I'm not betting that one.
It's going to be cold as fuck there in Denver, I bet, too. Next up, we got the Cardinals at the Rams. There is no spread on this. I don't know why. Maybe because they're waiting to see who's going to sit for the Rams, which is probably everyone. And the Cardinals. Hey, look, why play Kyler Murray at this point? I don't do it. Let me ask you this. Is this Larry Fitzgerald's last year?
What is he, 38?
90.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. What's going to keep him there? I think he's had the opportunity to go other places over the years, and he never has. So I don't know if he goes somewhere where he can win a championship. I don't know if he leaves Arizona.
Truthfully, man, I wish the Cardinals would have cut him and said, "Hey, go to Tom Brady, go to the Patriots, just figure it out."
He's 36, so we'll see. I mean,
oof.
He
deserved better.
He's been on a steady decline since 2017.
Not by his fault, though. They've had all these fucking weird-ass quarterbacks in there. And, you know, he had Josh Rosen, for Christ's sakes. Kyler Murray. 5'3".
We represent the lollipop land, the lollipop land.
Trying to throw fucking 500 balls in the backyard at Thanksgiving to people. Like, that's not Larry Fitzgerald's fault, man. I'm a fan of his. I don't know why there's not a line, probably because they're benching everybody in this game, so fuck off with it. Next up, this one's got me hot, Dan.
Why is that?
It's got me real hot.
I mean, the
Philadelphia
Eagles have to win this game, and the Giants don't care. So
Philadelphia at the Giants. Look, man, the Eagles have struggled against these fringe teams. The last time these teams played, what was it, 3 weeks ago, and they went into fucking overtime. Saquon Barkley does not give a fuck.
No,
he does not give a shit who he's playing. He wants to be the best in the world, and I love him for that. He only has 200 carries and 900 yards this year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's beast mode. He's going to get – all he needs is 89 to pass 1,000. I can promise you he wants to do that. The Eagles, it's a must-win game. The Giants, Danny Dimes, man, I think they try to win this game. I think this is close. I think this is probably a 3-point game.
Yeah.
That's why this 4.5 scares me for the Eagles. I really believe the Giants will show up and try to ruin their season. Try to piss on them.
That would be, I mean, the Cowboys still have to win their game, obviously. But
they will win their game, though.
We'll see.
They're playing Colt McCoy.
Yeah, I got it, but they also...
What time is that game?
It's at 1.
No, it's at both these games are at 4:30. So you can't, you won't have the advantage. You're going to have to play both these games. You're not going to have the advantage to see if the other team lost. I think this Eagles game is going to be a street fight, dude, for real. And I lean towards taking the Giants with a 4.5 because I think it's a 3-point game.
I could see it. I mean, Saquon's definitely going to be running his ass off the whole time.
And Zach Ertz, by the way, broken rib.
Yeah, he's out.
Is he playing? He's not playing, right?
There's no fucking way.
His backup is great, though. Goddard?
Mm-hmm.
Great. I had him as my backup in a couple fantasy leagues. He's been a great fill-in, so I guess you're fine there.
Ertz still listed as questionable. We'll see.
It's fucking broken rib, man. I saw that shot. It was brutal. I'm going to lean towards the Giants in this one. I know that sounds crazy, but the Cowboys might sneak in there.
Mm-hmm.
They might do it. It sounds fucked up, but it's just a gut call on this one.
Yeah.
It's weird. Who do you got in this one at 4.5?
I'm not taking that game. No way. Just for
I
all those
am,
reasons. I don't think it's very predictable.
For the excitement of it. I am for the excitement of it. Next up, we got the Colts at the Jaguars, a game of no one cares. Both of these teams have been disappointments this year.
Mm-hmm.
Colts are expected. They lost Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was great. They were a Super Bowl contender heading into this season. Now you're stuck with Jacoby Brissett, and that's your quarterback. Enjoy it, Colts fans. You got a long, long life ahead of you here until they get rid of that fucking guy. Jaguars are going with Minshew. Look, man, Minshew's been respectable. He's got 3,000 yards and 18 TDs. It's tough. I definitely don't bet this game, but
no.
It'll be interesting to watch.
I'm going to bet the next one, though, Pittsburgh at Baltimore.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah, because if I'm Baltimore, I want Pittsburgh to win this game.
So here's the deal with this. Steelers at the Ravens, -2 for Pittsburgh. And everybody at home is probably saying to themselves, I don't understand the spread. What the fuck is going on? The Ravens are benching their entire team, which they should.
Yep.
They've sealed up home field throughout the playoffs. They're good. Keep everyone healthy. I think the Ingram injury, it appears to be a calf. They're going to have essentially 3 weeks off. This week, the bye week, and then they don't have to play until after that, right?
Yep.
You should be back. Keep everybody healthy. That's fine. Steelers still have a shot at the playoffs.
Yeah, if the Steelers win and the Titans lose, they're in.
Yeah.
And the Titans are playing the Texans.
They're going to play.
So, who also have to win. So it's
Now the problem with this is Mason Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer.
Yeah, he's out for the year.
He should be out forever. God damn it. That was not their savior.
No.
He just looks like a sack of goof nuts over there, doesn't he?
He's a
every
goofy
time on
guy,
it's just so goofy.
He reminds me of a kid who's kind of a nerd that's trying to swear a lot to fit in.
Exactly.
But he doesn't. He uses words out of context.
Yeah.
a lot. That's who he reminds me of.
Raplesberger, dude. Like, you need a guy who rapes like that and gets like, you need a guy who's not afraid to rape and then go out and win 2 Super Bowls. I don't know if he comes back. I would imagine he will one more year.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, what's the
They
point,
got a great defense in Pittsburgh.
We'll see. What is he going to be, 39 next year?
Yeah. But they got a good defense there.
We'll see.
He's got a fucking huge contract for next year. I'd come back if I were him. Call it a day after that, but
carry a clipboard.
Yeah, I think he's got one more year left. Who? These Duck Hodges is not going to start.
No.
Fucking Mason Rudolph looks like a sack of dog shit slapped up against the fucking Today Show window.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with the Steelers in this one for sure. Everybody's out for the Ravens. Why not? Pittsburgh's got to play. Tomlin should be coach of the year with his shit ass team.
Yeah, he should. Yeah.
It's been a miracle what he's been able to pull off. Might go with pity on this one. Next up, probably these final 2 games are the 2 games of the week in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Titans at the Texans. Titans are fighting to get into the playoffs. They were also fighting last week, Derrick Henry, when he decided not to play. 1,329 yards for Derrick Henry this year and 13 TDs. Just decided to sit out last week during the Fantasy Football Championships. Thanks, bud. Thank you for throwing all my hopes and dreams out the window, you fuck. This is Tennessee minus 3.5. I have a really hard time with this spread, understanding the spread. You're at the Texans. It's minus 3.5 for Tennessee. Texans have to play this game.
I mean, if the Texans lose, the Bills will overtake them for the 4th seed.
Correct.
But either way, I mean, they're just playing for a home field advantage in the wild card round because after that it won't matter.
Still a big deal.
I guess it is, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. It's not a huge game for them. Maybe I don't know why the spread is flip flop like that.
Is JJ Watt? JJ Watt is back, right, for this game?
Yes, it seems like he's going to be back.
I'm taking the Texans, man.
I mean, they only beat the Titans by 3 last time.
Yeah, and now they're getting 3.5.
Yeah.
So even if Titans win 3 this time, this is at Houston. They need this game. I'm going Texans. And this pussy shit of Derrick Henry not playing, it's going to affect him this week. It is. You're going to come back with Miami.
Yeah.
Miami. Fuck you, dude. I'm going Texans on this one. You?
Yeah.
All right. Last game of the NFL regular season. At least they left us with a banger.
Yeah, it's a good one.
A banger on this one. 12-3 49ers. 6-1 away against the Seattle Shithawks. 11-4. 4-3 at home. God damn it.
Yeah.
This team's the worst.
How bad is that?
They've got beast mode back. This line is exactly where it should be at -3 for San Francisco. Look, man. Is there some hype that Marshawn Lynch is back? Who's going to show up for them? I don't know. The 49ers, I will say this. The times they have been tested this year, like last Saturday, they showed up and they won. And it wasn't pretty, but they pulled off the victory in the end. They didn't beat the spread, but they won. Seattle just doesn't do that against teams like Arizona.
No.
Now, the 49ers are playing for home field throughout the entire playoffs by winning this game. And the Seahawks, if they win the division, and then they'll end up with some form of home field for one game, and that's it, which they need. It's a loud ass place to play. I'm gonna tease this down and take the 49ers -2.5.
I'm gonna take it at 3.
Woo!
I think the 49ers win by a touchdown.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they're the Seahawks have looked out of sort offensively recently, and I think it's not going to get any better this week.
It never gets any better for them.
And you got to think San Francisco knows going into this game that they're going to get 2 weeks off, basically. No matter what happens. Like San Francisco,
if they win,
I guess if they win, yeah.
If they win, they get 2 weeks off.
So they're going to play hard too.
I think so. Yes. This is going to be a banger of a game.
I just don't think the Seahawks can match up with the 49ers like that.
I'll give the Seattle the respect that they somehow miraculously deserve. a hype of beast mode, all that other bullshit. I'm going to take this at 2.5 and then take the 49ers. But this is going to be a banger of a Sunday night game.
It'll be a fun game.
Really, really good game. To cap her off here, brother, we're going to go back to the playoffs here. Obviously, the biggest games of the weekend are on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State versus Clemson, LSU versus Oklahoma. Do you want to tweak these bets at all? Do you want to tweak these picks? Who is out for Oklahoma? Because they got a weird bunch of suspensions. The other one for LSU is a big one, man. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's out.
Yeah.
Or as Coach O would say, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Helaire's out. Helaire's out. That is a big one for them, man, because he's very versatile. Catches balls, great running back. He's the dude, man. I don't even know who their second string is, to be honest with you. This guy has been the fucking guy. Does that affect this outcome at all? Because this spread is 14 points. Does that affect your betting at all?
No.
It doesn't.
No, I don't think Oklahoma has a good offense. Great offense.
Yeah.
No defense.
0.
LSU's got a pretty good, better than good defense.
Yep.
And even without this guy, they still have a good offense. To me, it's 2-1. It's a math problem. Any
way that Oklahoma just all out blitzes because there is no running backs and they try to go that route.
Well, that's not accurate though. LSU does have a running back. They have another guy that racked up 600 yards this year.
Yeah, but I mean,
they'll be fine. And it's
probably
not
the dude.
It's not the dude, but he's probably only not the dude because the other guy's older and was there first. Typically, I mean, he's like Joe Burrow was like that at Ohio State. If he was there playing right now, he probably would have had the same exact year he had for LSU this year at Ohio State. It's
Agreed.
just a matter of circumstance.
Agreed.
I don't think LSU doesn't fucking recruit bad running backs. That's not what they do there. So I'm not too worried about that.
Truthfully, they've always been a running back school.
Yeah. So I'm not at all worried about that.
Who is out for Oklahoma that is going to...
I think a defensive player is the only one that I noticed that would be a big problem for them.
Let's see who they got here.
It's not. It's 270 is how many rushing yards that guy has.
Yeah,
but it's a 4.5 yard average, and he's got 6 TDs, and he averages a touchdown every 10 attempts. Basically,
Ronnie Perkins. Jesus Christ. Running back Ramondre Stevenson, wide receiver Trahan Bridges. How big is that for them? I wonder.
I don't know. I mean, anytime it depends on what their locker room presence is more than on the field. I feel like everybody's so hyped up on the field. Unless if they were impact players like that, we would know their names already. Chase
one would
Young,
think,
Joe
yeah.
Burrows, Jalen Hurts, Justin Fields, somebody like that. And I don't know who these guys are, so I don't think it's going to affect it that much. I mean, Oklahoma can't afford to lose anything on defense because they barely have one to begin with.
So Perkins, who got suspended, he leads the team in sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So which means their defense is going to be even shittier than it always is. Is there a world in which Oklahoma wins this game?
No.
I think so playing devil's advocate here because I'm with you actually, and I think LSU cakewalks in the national championship. By the way, I saw there was a picture that somebody posted of Helaire on campus.
Mm-hmm.
He's on crutches. That motherfucker's not playing in the national championship either. I can
No.
tell you that right now. Not only is he out for this game, they're listing him as questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is he out for this game, he's out for the championship as well. You don't show up on crutches with a hamstring injury. It's not a thing. If you had a broken ankle or a high sprain or something like that, fine, but he's not coming back for the national championship. I think the only way Oklahoma has a chance, and this is, by the way, completely playing devil's advocate here, I think Jalen Hurts has got to run the ball, slow down the clock himself, and try to hope for the best because he wants a shootout, right?
I don't think it's going to matter.
I don't either.
I think LSU will probably score on 4 out of their first 6 possessions, and then the game's going to be over.
I agree. I will say this, though. Oklahoma, look, Jalen Hurts can bomb.
Yeah.
And he also knows this LSU defense.
Mm-hmm.
because he played against him in the SEC. Are you hesitant to bet this game at all at 14? Or are you betting this game, by the way?
No, I'm not going to bet it because I don't know where it's going to land, just because of all these weird things going on. And there's no benefit in this game to win by fucking 80. There's no, like, why would you even care? As soon as you get up to a point where you think it's a manageable fucking victory, just stop, because why wait? Why risk any kind of injury at all? You've only got one more game left after this. And the rankings don't matter. You win and you're in. That's it. Yeah. There's no fucking strength of schedule or point.
It doesn't matter whatsoever. You're 100% correct.
Victory margin bullshit. They're going to get up. I would say my first half guess on this, because it's in a dome, right, in Atlanta.
Not only is it in a dome, it is the same stadium LSU played in 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So it's like I would say the first half, I'm thinking 28-35 to like maybe 14-17. Something like that in the first half. And then the LSU is going to come out and get 2 quick scores in the second half as well. I think Hurts can keep them in the game for a little bit, but not very long. Maybe quarter and a half, 2 quarters. It'll be over after that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I was curious to ask your thoughts if you had any tweaks on this. You know,
this last one.
Well, hang on. With all of these, with the injury of Homeboy and them not caring, I think if you're going to tease this up to maybe by a point, like 15, because it's hard not to bet these Saturday games. These are the games, right? You're down to 3 college football games in the season, essentially. I mean, you have the bowl games, obviously, but these are the real games that matter. I might tease this up to 15 and then see what happens with Oklahoma, just because it's, you go for it in these games, and I felt the same way against Oklahoma against Alabama, and they end up gassing it towards the end, throwing up a bunch of bombs. So you never know. Also, when every single person is shit on you in the postseason, I mean, God damn it, man. Has there been a team worsely shit on than Oklahoma in the last 2 weeks?
No, but look, they don't play defense. You're going to get that.
But Lincoln Riley is a great, great coach. And he is
Clemson's been shit on quite a bit, but it's because their scheduling is bad.
Yeah, but that has ended. That has ended in the last...
Well, still nobody thinks they're going to get blown out, though.
No.
As a matter of fact, they're still the favorite.
They are. They're -2, right? They still -2? Clemson?
2.5.
Yeah. It's gone up a half a point. That means people are betting Clemson.
Yeah.
Man, I might take this at 15. I might take this at 15 for Oklahoma, just because that's a lot of points in a CFP game, and I don't think they're as bad as like a Notre Dame.
No, I don't think so either.
So I think it might be a little closer, and if Jalen Hurts is able to run the ball and slow down the clock, Oklahoma's got a pretty decent running back. We'll see. I think 15's a lot. If they beat him by more than 15, yeesh. But I will say this: I'm not betting a lot of money on these games, because at both games, the spreads are tough, and it's tough. Like this Ohio State Clemson game, it's now up to 2.5. It means a lot of people are betting Clemson. The one thing I'll say about Ohio State is, when I was watching the Heisman Trophy ceremony, Chase Young looked angry, and so did Justin Fields. Yeah, they didn't want to be there. They were pissed off about the whole thing. That gave me a little bit of hope. All the analysts, by the way, the majority of analysts that have come out and picked this game, about 90% now, Fox and ESPN and all these guys, have picked Ohio State in a shootout, in a close shootout. A lot of them have said like 38-35, that type of score. I still don't know, and I want to tell the audience I don't know. And for me to tell you to bet on one way or another would be the homerness in me. Obviously, I'm going to take Ohio State. I'm not going to bet very much money on it, but I have no idea who's going to win this game, and I can't tell you as a host of a sports show to say with absolute certainty, spend your money on this, because I don't know which way this is going to go.
It's going to come down to games like this that are so evenly matched, for lack of a better phrase. We don't know that it's evenly matched. We're assuming, based on Clemson's history, that it is.
Yep.
But when that is the case and teams are so closely matched like this, execution is what wins them. Special teams, hanging onto the ball. Clemson is very good at not turning the ball over, and they create more turnovers than pretty much anybody in the that's a serious contender. That's one of the reasons I like them, and they protect the ball as well.
Yeah.
They don't fuck up too much. Like it's very disciplined football that they play. They don't fuck around a lot. I feel like Ohio State's a little more loosey-goosey with it, which means, they can get explosive and throw up a lot of points.
Yeah.
But also a lot of shit can go wrong like that, especially against a team that plays defense like Clemson does. And everybody keeps saying that Clemson's defense is not as good as it was last year because they lost those big names. I disagree. Statistically, that's not true.
Well, it's hard to say statistically because they haven't played a ranked team, but the problem in both of these games, I think the way to control both of these games is for Justin Fields to run the ball and slow it down on Clemson, and for Jalen Hurts to run the ball and slow it down on LSU. The takeaways after these two games are going to be this. If Ohio State wins, right, and they beat Clemson, everyone and their mother is going to say, start playing a schedule, start playing ranked teams.
Yeah, but if they win against Ohio State, which is one of the better, it's a tested team at this point. It's one of the better ones we've seen in the last 10 years in college football. If Clemson comes out and fucking beats them by 7-10 points, it's going to be like, well, what can you say? Honestly, what can you say? Dabo's able to fucking turn that shitty schedule into national championships.
And here's what else I think you can say with that, right? So let's say they do come out and beat Ohio State by 14 points, fucking 21 points. Let's say they smoke them, right? And then they go on a roll in the national championship game. They will have been undefeated in the last 2 years. I think you will have to say that this Clemson team is the greatest team of all time.
From 2016 to 2020,
How do you go,
30-0? In the modern era.
In the modern era, 30-0?
We're forgetting about the Miami Hurricanes. They won 39 straight games and 2 national championships.
They did, yes.
Until they lost game 40 to Ohio State. But that was, honestly, Willis McGahee stays healthy. I don't know if they win that game.
Made it till the end of the third. I was there. I was at that game.
Uh-huh.
So if Clemson wins and then they go on to win the national championship, you can say they're the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, let's say LSU wins, right?
Yep.
Or they lose. Let's say they lose to Oklahoma somehow, some way. The winner of the Ohio State Clemson will steamroll in the national championship, and I don't think it'll be close.
I don't think, honestly, LSU can beat Clemson or Ohio State, and I know that Oklahoma can't.
No, for sure.
But I don't think LSU can beat either one of them.
No, but let's say hypothetical here. Let's say LSU gets in and it's Ohio State, and LSU beats Ohio State. I think you have to take Burrow number one. He deserves every accolade there can ever be awarded to. Ohio State will have had 3 years of game tape on him, practice tape. They probably know his girlfriends. They probably know his stroke game, everything. You would have to give Burrow anything he wanted, and he would be the first pick in the draft if he played Ohio State and beat him in the finals, knowing what Ohio State knows because he's going up against that defense that he played in practice. That would be one of the most miraculous victories of all time. They'll have a benefit because they're playing home field, but I would say you would have to give Joe Burrow everything that he possibly deserves.
Everything except for the number 1 pick.
I think he gets number 1.
Because who gives a shit about some college game for the next 14 years in the NFL?
If you're able to beat somebody with 3 years of game tape on you, that's what the NFL is. It's all about game tape.
Yeah.
I would give it. I would say Burrow's number 1. Either way, it's going to be a blast. In my heart of hearts, here's what I'm hoping for, and not because this has nothing to do with the homerness of it. It's simply the story because we are sports hosts and because we host a podcast. LSU, Ohio State. There is endless storylines in that national championship game that would be amazing. I know Clemson fans are hoping for a different story, but just the fact of Joe Burrow going against the school that he transferred from.
Yeah, it's cool.
And he's an Ohio kid.
It's a good story for sure.
And he graduated from there. It would be great. It would be a great
he's
story.
He's also very well liked by both fan bases. So
yes.
That's kind of an interesting story as well.
It'd be a fantastic national championship. Me personally, I don't want to see Clemson again. They've had a nice run. Dabo Swinney, to me, the charm is rolled off that guy. I'm good on the all shucks well, we'd have to go 90, It's like, no, you just have to schedule one team, just one ranked team to play. That's all.
No, you don't.
You do.
If he wins the next 2 games, then he can say, you know what? I'm going to schedule the same bullshit schedule next year, and it's going to come time for the CFP, and you guys are going to be talking shit, and I'm going to win again. Fuck you.
By the way, if they get rocked by Ohio State somehow, they just get rocked by like 3 touchdowns. I think this puts them back in a Notre Dame situation of like, schedule somebody, do something then next year.
Maybe, yeah.
So we'll see.
But it's too late for that. The schedule's already made for the most part.
It is, yeah. It is. And I think it would severely hurt them next year of like, hey, man, you got rocked last year.
Yeah.
Fuck off. So we'll see. Either way, Saturday can't get here fast enough. I know today's Christmas Eve and tomorrow's Christmas, but Saturday is my Christmas.
I don't care about that.
That's my Christmas.
Yeah.
What are you doing for Christmas, Dan?
Gonna sit in my apartment and hang out with my dogs.
You don't want to come over with my 900 family members?
No, I don't, Ross. Sure don't.
Let's get to the questions, shall we? Let me pop this open here. As always, we're live on YouTube. Subscribe to Drinkin Bros podcast on the YouTubes. Who do we got first? Up here? Craig Dulesky. We love Craig. Friend of the show. We just saw him in Army Navy. Lynch is old and used up. I agree. I think he's got 1-2 games left in him, and that's it. If he were to somehow go out as a champion, the beauty. Here's how much I say I hate Seattle and the Seahawks. I hope they go to the Super Bowl. I hope they're on the 1-yard line with 3 seconds left, and then they throw an interception.
Yeah.
And don't hand it to Lynch.
That'd be really funny. Ruben Snyder says he's surprised Lynch could pass a drug test at this point. Same.
This is great, actually. This is actually a really great point. I am too. If you're a retired running back in the NFL who smokes as much weed as Marshawn Lynch is, how do you pass a drug test at this point? It's pretty miraculous.
I don't know.
Because you don't know all these running backs are going to
do you hurt. Have to, like, he wasn't retired. Was he still having to show up for random tests and stuff?
I don't know how that works.
Because I feel like if you kept missing them, they would fucking retire you, or they would, like, you would get dinged for it, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
And then a follow-up from Craig Dulesky. Nothing like not playing for the championship in your own league named after you. Yeah, it's the Dulesky's Disappointments League, and you didn't even make that. Jesus, Craig. And that's got to be a low for Christmas, Christopher Brahman. Merry Christmas from the Iowa State weird guy. Christopher, you're the guy that convinced me to take Iowa State over Notre Dame in that game. I think it's going to be fun. I think it's actually going to be a fun bowl game.
We'll see.
It's at the World Camping Station.
I hate that fucking place so much.
Anonymous says, I'm in a rush, but can you ask Alex Jones over the phone about the USA 300 ST8 major staph outbreak? Alex lost a mysterious illness. Lost a family member to a mysterious illness.
Yeah, it was like a cousin or some shit that
yeah.
got bit by some homeless dude. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It was, and he said that he died from it. So
yeah, I'm actually wearing one of his shirts right now.
That's great. The Epstein one? Yeah, Christmas.
See that?
Christmas lights are a lot like Epstein. They don't hang themselves. You can get that on Infowars.com. We really enjoy him, by the way.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
He's a funny dude. Let's see who else we got in the old comments here. UAB covered. John Vateroni. Got that one by a point. Fuck me. I've been on fire, dude. Been on fire this bowl game season. I'm going with UAE tonight. UAE. They're getting to, right?
Yeah, somebody actually asked that in the comments. Hawaii versus BYU. We're going Hawaii.
Yeah, we're going to Hawaii. You know what? I might tick that up 1.5 and go to 3.5. I'll post it on Drinkin Bros Sports Facebook group. Sign up. It's free. Bobby G. Is it too late to let people know Epstein didn't kill himself? Nope. It's never too late. It's never too late. I'm glad you asked that. It is never too late. Phil. Yama's cunt. Come on, man.
Phil, your mom's cunt.
Yeah. Phil, your mom's cunt. Phil, your mom's cunt. This is a Cleveland fan through and through. Browns will still stick with Mayfield but the Browns better dump Freddie Kitchens, Jimmy Scam Man Haslam, and his coach wife need to stop listening to Baker Mayfield on who the coach
There's no
should
way. There's no way they're listening to Baker Mayfield. No fucking way.
I don't. Not
like
at
how
this point.
fucking retarded would you have to be? It's one thing if LeBron wants to run the team. He's
Yeah.
the best player of this generation by a wide margin. But what if like Alex Caruso wanted to run? Like he showed up like, you know what? You got to get this coach out of here. Everybody would be like, shut the fuck up, Alex. Grow some hair.
It's crazy.
Asshole. He's a good player. I like Alex Caruso. He's funny.
I dumped Freddie Kitchens and I dumped Mayfield. I'm with you on that, Dan.
Yeah.
But I think the Browns will take one more year just because of that contract.
Probably.
Always one. Todd Welch, can Matt Stafford ever return from his back injury ever?
Well, no one thought that Peyton could return from the neck thing.
Yeah.
So, never say never. Stafford's a gamer. He's a tough dude.
Really, really tough dude.
I don't know if he should, to be honest.
Well, here's the thing. It's a couple broken bones in his back. It's not a full, like, he didn't fall off a rope swing type situation.
Oh, I've got back problems. So it's rough.
It's rough. And I understand that. Matt Stafford is a great quarterback, in my opinion, who's been stuck on a shitty team forever. The fact that he's gutted this out for so long.
For nothing, really.
For nothing and not bitching about it. The coaching staff found out about it and pulled him. You know he played 2 extra games with his broken back. He's always been a gamer and a gunslinger. They have never had a good running back for him or a defense. Like, there's always something missing in Detroit, and Stafford deserved better, man. I think this guy could have won a title on the Bears. If you put him on the Bears,
maybe
instead of Trubisky,
maybe if they had a better, I don't know.
Last year, come on.
Yeah, they've got some good players, I guess.
Cousins is playing for his career at Minnesota. He needs to win a big game, or why keep him? Here's why. This contract, if you recall, was 3 years and was all guaranteed.
Yeah.
So this was the first time ever that an entire contract was all guaranteed. He's got one more year, and it's tough, man. I mean, shit, they're fucking 10-5 after that game, and it's like, dude, how do you drop a 10-5 quarterback? I think they're going to win this weekend. That'll put them at 11-5. They're going to be in the playoffs. How do you drop a quarterback of that caliber, knowing what else is out there? It is really fucking hard to walk away from Cousins, but I agree. He hasn't won a big game. He's 0-9 on Monday Night Football. And I don't think they'll win a playoff game.
I mean, he doesn't respond well to pressure.
No.
So it's hard to say.
Next up, Jameis Winston has had 4 games with 4 or more interceptions, most of any quarterback ever. Crab legs.
Yeah, look, he's not in a great situation.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
What are they doing to help him? You know what I mean? Ultimately, somebody's got to help you out to win football games. Nobody can go out there. It's not like basketball. LeBron willed his team to probably 20 wins a year when he's on those shitty Cleveland teams.
Yeah.
But that is not something you can do in the NFL. I don't give a shit how good you are.
No.
Even like Brady, Mahomes, all these guys that are fucking great football players. I mean, the only way you could do it is as a quarterback for sure.
Yeah.
If Michael Thomas had the same year he had this year, but nobody else showed up, they would still suck. They would be like a 7-9 or 9-17 maybe tops. But I'm looking at the fucking, like, there's a lot of receivers with a lot of catches and yards, but that's because of him.
Exactly.
The running game.
Yeesh.
Ugh, man, it's Ronald Jones and Peyton Barber. Like, come on, man.
Brutal. Beefalo Bart. Just wanted to stop by and wish y'all a Merry Christmas. I'm doing meal prep for tomorrow and preparing the kitchen for battle. Yeah, man, so is my wife. We're smoking some pork butt. The whole family's in town, kids, all that other stuff. And I hear you, man. Fight the good fight. However, in Wilmington, it is like 68 today. It is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm going to go back to my apartment and stay there for the next 2 weeks.
Todd Welch. Arizona's on his 3rd coach in 4 years. Yeah, look, you can fire your coaches right away. Cleveland's going to do it.
Yeah.
I thought Mike McCarthy would have been a good fit for them, actually. And I was surprised that Carolina swooped in and got him.
It's interesting
because
they did that.
Who's going to be left out there for Cleveland then?
Coaching-wise?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try to go for Urban Meyer, I guess.
I don't know. Maybe they'll get Jeff Fisher or
Rex
something.
Ryan.
Jeff Fisher is still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, Rex Ryan. I know he wants out of there. He wants a job. He wants to be a head coach. He's one of those guys who just loves being a coach.
I think they should just hire some weird guy, somebody on the margins of society.
I think they should hire somebody from the dog pound right in the end zone. Just pick one guy out with the best dog face painted on him and say, look, you coach the fucking team because they're all shitty. John Paul Atkinson. Ertz is a beast. He still played after that hit. He did, man. What's the spread on it? It's 4.5. And look, Ertz is a baller. Their kid is going to be amazing. He's married to Julie.
Yeah, didn't his wife win like athlete of the year?
She did for soccer. Yeah, she's the greatest soccer player in the world. Whoever their kid is going to should be the best gene pool of all time.
It's probably going to be another Gronkowski, some knucklehead.
Look, Zach Ertz is smart. Gronkowski's a dumb shit. And that's fine. But Ertz is actually a really smart guy. His wife is very smart and thoughtful as well. And yes, Ertz is a beast, man. You're right. He kept playing. As soon as it's weird. As soon as that hit occurred, I was like, that's broken ribs. I guarantee it. And I was like, that motherfucker still kept playing, and it was broken ribs. I'm with you, man. I'm a big Ertz fan on this one. Chris Murray, super late here, but who you guys got in the OIE matchup tonight? You know who we got. You know goddamn well who we got, brother. Ruben Snyder. Ross, JT Barrett just signed to the Steelers practice squad. Wow, that's where they're down to. You know why? Because if they win and they end up going to the playoffs, they're going to need somebody on that roster. Yikes. Good for Barrett, though. Some people are taking BYU tonight. I understand why. BYU's had a decent year, but Leahy is at home. So we'll see. Yes, Jordan Sundberg. We are watching the game tonight. Let's see. Sean Thomas. When's the Dolphins draft spectacular? Where are the Dolphins at draft-wise here? What's their pick?
Hang on.
Yes, and then Shelby. While you're looking for that, I'll shout out Shelby Kemery. Hey man, he wanted me to shout out Roland Rivers III for the D2 Heisman Trophy winner. I will shout that out, dude. The Harlan Hill Award. Congratulations. We don't watch a lot of D2 ball. I understand. Like I've taken a lot of heat from people in like South Dakota and North Dakota saying, "Hey man, we don't have college sports here. They're all like D2 schools, but it still means a lot to us because it's the only thing we have here." I will say congratulations to that, but I will also follow that up by saying move to another state.
Yeah, get out.
Stop being poor. Go to another state.
Miami right now is in line for the 4th pick in the draft.
Oof, really?
Yeah, which is like an offensive lineman probably.
I'd draft Jerry Jeudy if I could.
Jerry Jeudy's projected to go like 16th to the Dolphins or some shit.
Oh, the Dolphins have 900 picks.
No, I mean to the Cowboys, not the Dolphins. Excuse me. Which is kind of scary to be honest. Like if they had fucking Amari Cooper and Ezekiel Elliott and Jerry Jeudy on the same team, they'd still have to have somebody that could competently throw them.
Yeah, they still need a quarterback and a coach. But yeah.
I don't mean to make fun of you Cowboys fans. You guys are just so crazy, man.
It's crazy. It's delusional.
Like somebody's got to. It's like your buddy is screaming and you grab him by the face and like, hey, calm the fuck down.
Xander, dude. I love you, but you're delusional.
Yeah.
Sean Thomas Ross needs to get on that Dolphins bandwagon early. They will not be good for another 3 to 4 years at a minimum.
3 years.
At a minimum. Dan Miller, Niners over Seahawks this weekend, even with the late addition of Lynch. That's what we have as well. But I think that first half is going to be hype. If you want to take, I'd say what? If you want to take the first half of that Seahawks game, go ahead. I think that first half will be hyped. The crowd will be hyped. If Lynch plays, they'll go bug fucking there. Jared Hubert, going to nog it up tonight. Goddamn right, dude. A couple of nog dogs, dude. I'm a nog dog. I love eggnog. I only drink it twice a year on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. My son loves it. I will be nogging it the fuck up tonight. And I'll give Eric Tansey a shout out because I'm using his rum tonight. Instill Distilling Company in Clayton, North Carolina. Spiced rum is what I'm mixing my nog with tonight, dude. Anything else that says Merry Christmas to Ross and Dan?
Yeah.
Do you celebrate Christmas?
No.
Not at all, huh?
What am I going to do?
Do you go home? Do you nothing, huh? What does your brother do? What does he do?
I don't know.
You don't talk?
Probably hangs out with my mom and shit, I guess. I don't know.
You're always welcome to come to my house.
No, I got it, dude.
You denied me for Thanksgiving.
I did. Well, I was busy.
You were busy.
Yeah.
You going anywhere this Christmas now?
I don't know. We'll see. Probably not.
Ooh.
I've got a lot of stuff to do, paperwork-wise.
Mysterious. A little mysterious. What else we got here to end it out? We're going to end out the sports show. We'll end it out with Craig Dulesky. This is the end of the NFL season. College football playoffs, all that stuff. He says, even if Iowa and Iowa State were number 1 and 2, Dan and Ross still wouldn't believe it's a real state. No, we wouldn't. We wouldn't.
I've been there. It's not real.
And I do want to fill you in on this, Craig, and I don't know if you'll be there next year. Because Craig's one of our top listeners, one of our favorite people. We are going to the Field of Dreams game next year. It is the Yankees against the White Sox. They're playing at the Field of Dreams Stadium.
Technically the Black Sox, I guess, if you want to play it like that.
That'd be great, right?
Yeah.
I can confirm this through Jesse.
I mean, they've got to wear the old school uniforms, right?
Be great. I can confirm this through Jesse because Dwyer Brown, the guy who played the dad, I just want to have a catch with my dad, you know?
Yeah.
In Field of Dreams, was Jesse's acting coach growing up in Ojai. He will be there. So we're going to get him on the show for the Field of Dreams game. And that will be my first trip to Iowa. Will it be yours?
To the state of Iowa?
Yeah. I don't believe I've been there. So I don't know if it exists. I haven't been there.
I'm sure I have.
Really?
I don't know.
I have not been to Iowa.
I mean, I lived in Madison, Wisconsin for a while, so it's not that far away.
Okay.
I've definitely been to Illinois and Indiana.
I have not been there. To cap out this show, go to mybookie.com/drinkinbros. Doubles your deposit all the way to $1,000. Bet with us or against us on these games. Me personally, I would like to say go Buckeyes to all you Ohio State fans out there. I don't know if we're going to win, but I am just as excited about that day as I am about Christmas, probably even more so. And my wife doesn't listen to the show, so she'll never know that this ever happened.
Yeah.
For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. Merry Christmas, everyone. We will be back the week of January 6th. Don't worry, there's no sports going on until then, and we will preview the national championship where it will be LSU versus Ohio State. I'm kidding. That is what I'm hoping for and praying for, and I know you are as well.
I don't care.
We will see you then. Good night, everyone. Merry Christmas, Dan.
Nope.